What is up, guys? Welcome back to World of Warship Legends with Turka, and today we are in the Tier 4 American destroyer Farragut. Why Tier 4, you might ask? Why are you down here clubbing baby seals? Well, sometimes it's a good idea to really play all the tiers, but especially coming down to the lower tiers makes it easier to complete some of your weekly challenges that you might have for your campaign. The Farragut is actually my go-to ship for the weekly Citadel challenges, and I'll demonstrate why a little later. But yeah, sometimes it's a good idea to come down here and beat some of your challenges. So, the Farragut. 1. We are using Aiming Systems Mod 1, a rank 11 Bill Halsey with Observant Rage, Look at Me Now, Twist and Track, Smoke on the Water, and Leviathan. And Bill Halsey, it's kind of can be a toss-up or debated between him and Arleigh Burke, but Halsey has Twist and Track, and that is one of the most important perks that you could have on a destroyer. Some might argue that it's kind of noobish, and that really good players wouldn't need that, and that they can play the game through their own observation, but even at the end of this video, we'll show that it can be important, and the information it gives you is invaluable. So, the Farragut. On this build, 11,420 HP, 4.2 second reload on 5 127mm guns, 5.4 kilometer detection range. Overall, it's a killer gunboat, fast shooting, fast reloading, quick turret traverse. The American destroyers have really long smoke durations of 2 minutes, and short-range torps here. This Montecuccoli, see if I pronounced that right. We're actually getting to torp him because it's such a fast ship and he's coming towards us. Torps 5.5 kilometer range, and their damage 11,800, which is also not the best. So here at the beginning, I was a little upset at our Japanese cruiser, Furitaka, I believe. It seemed to me that he was kind of running away, and I needed his support. I was hoping to spot a destroyer for him, and he could use those great guns to help me take him out. But I never should have doubted this guy, because he ends up being the MVP for our team, and we get a Kraken. So Montecuccoli coming around the corner here, and I'm running for the safety of the islands. If a cruiser's pushing you like this, you're not going to win a straight-up gun battle, so we are moving back. Not only that, but that German destroyer, an American destroyer here, there's a lot of enemy red ships and they're coming towards us. So by using the island, we can limit who can shoot at us, and I get to choose who I want to engage. They don't get to pick unless they come up here around this corner and eat a face full of my torps. So using islands is critical for these American destroyers and really a lot of other classes of ships. So we're spotted by this plane. We go ahead and kind of start to bug out here. When we're coming back across, I noticed this German Königsberg heading towards our base. Anytime a red ship is on your base, you stop accruing points. So it's critical that we try to take care of this guy. Plus, I didn't really see anyone on my team working to take care of. I'm sure we could have reset him and he wouldn't have been able to capture our base, but he can limit our points accrual. So we go to get set up here. We're going to drop a smoke screen, and this is kind of a dangerous position for me to be in because the Königsberg has really good German sonar and would be able to detect me in this smoke screen. But he kind of makes a mistake by giving me his broadside, and this is why I come back down to Tier 4 to complete my Citadel challenges. Go ahead and drop some torps just in case. And I had sort of like a bug going on here where it would not auto-aim on the front of his ship. Every time I aimed in, it was going up there, which was really frustrating me, and if it had gotten me killed, I would have raged. But we were able to get this guy taken care of and live to fight another day. If you guys have experienced that, like an aiming bug like that, comment down below. I don't understand if it's just a thing that Wargaming needs to look into, or what. I've actually had that happen on another occasion or two, and I just don't understand really why it's happening. So, we are down by 2 ships at this point and down by 200 points. The French corvette is moving towards our base, so I want to move over here, try to get some torpedoes on him to deter him from coming into our base as well. We get spotted by another plane, and I'm getting kind of frustrated at this point that there's been a plane above me like the entire game. And I pull a doofus move here, run right into the island. I do not fire my guns because I didn't want to be lit up this whole time. By not shooting, it gave me a little more of an opportunity to get away from this guy before he could fire some shots. So we go ahead and put a torp spread down, and we take a pretty nasty hit from him, but that's what I get for running into an island, and the Clemson pops up. And my number one job as a destroyer, especially an American gunboat, is to kill the other destroyers. So we try to get some pot shots on him, and unlucky enough for him, I don't know how he managed to do it, but he did, and runs into 2 torpedoes. So the Clemson is down. Now the corvette at this point really should have turned out to his left and kind of sailed away from this group of blue ships. And there's an Isokaze by me, which is a really overpowered Japanese torpedo boat. Now the torpedoes probably forced him to turn into the right, but he's turning into kind of a narrow channel in between 2 islands, not really where you want to be in a big dreadnought that only goes about 20 knots, but he is there, he's committed, and I know that I'll be able to kill him as soon as I get around over there. He's got nowhere to maneuver. Then the Montecuccoli pops back up. Again, a long-range gun battle between a destroyer and a cruiser is probably not the best thing that you want to do, especially in an American ship at 8 kilometers, because the shells are so floaty. But this guy has so few health and is lightly armored enough that I think that I can get the kill. Just bob and weave, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I don't think this guy ever actually hits me before we're able to take him out. Again, the shell characteristics make it pretty hard to aim at distance. So the corvette's in the strait here, and our friendly ships, again this Japanese cruiser over here, which is the real MVP of this game, has been letting this guy have it. We go ahead and do a torp launch, but save one because I thought that he was going to beach here. But he's kind of turning back towards us, and those torps would definitely have gotten the kill if not for our Congo, which also was a great help in this match. So looking at the map, earlier I observed that over on the west side of the map, their team had won. So they're going to be coming from that side. So we go ahead and move into position. And again, the twist and track kind of just affirms that, tells us where the enemy ships are going to be coming from. So we move the guns over to the right side, and I'm seeing a low health cruiser push up, and I'm thinking, awesome, another easy kill. So we want to kind of get into a position where we can use our smoke screen and finish this guy off. Starting at the tier 4 American destroyers, that's one of the better ways you can play them, is to get into an objective, get into a good firing position, and just drop one of these 2-minute smokes, and then dare somebody to push you. If you're fast reloading guns, you'll be able to burn down people pushing you, and if cruisers, lose their nerve and turn out, you'll be able to AP them to death, just like that German Königsberg. Battleships you'll be able to burn down, and again, if they turn out, you can do a ton of damage shooting AP into their superstructure. So that is kind of starting at tier 4, one of the better ways you can play these ships. Get into an objective, place you can hold down, smoke up, and start letting the enemy have it. Now, very aggressive of me to push out this way towards the Emerald. I'm keeping an eye on the Texas to see if he's looking at me, if he's going to shoot at me. I'm just kind of watching him while I wanted to finish this Emerald off. Did not want him to get back behind cover and survive. It was very kind of risky. I know that we have the advantage now on ships and points. Still kind of risky. These American torpedoes are pretty slow, so if a ship is aware of you, like this Texas is, he's a good player, he knows what he's doing, the chances of those torpedoes at a ship coming towards you like this, probably pretty low probability. He has all the time in the world to maneuver. He knows I was launching torps, so low chance of those hitting, but we are once again going to try to move to the cover of an island to be safe from this guy. So we're kind of going up, get out of his detectability range, and then we are going to curve across here. Now I noticed that he starts turning in to get guns on our Congo and our Japanese cruiser, so I know that I'm safe to go ahead and open up again, and I'm really just looking to get a fire on this guy at this point. The shells are doing a decent amount of damage. So yeah, a couple things. If I can get him to turn out towards me to try to shoot at me with all of his guns, then it'll open him up for a broadside from this Congo. And either that or the big torpedo threat coming at him, the wall of skill, he goes ahead and turns out and the Congo nails him. So once again, shout out to my good teammates. And that just leaves one lonely little Tier 4 British battleship, the Iron Duke. Now at this point we're up on points. We don't have to kill this guy, but I'm salivating for the Kraken. So I go ahead and move in. And in a situation like this, I have every advantage over this guy. There's no reason that I should die or lose. So yeah, we're going ahead and pushing into him. I looked at the health of the Congo and the Furitaka, and even if I die here, I know that they'll be able to win the game. They've shown that they're competent players. They know what they're doing. And I just wanted this kill. So we spot him here, and it looks like he's making the smart play. He knows there's a destroyer right here beside him with island cover, and so he's going to turn out and kind of run away. That would be the smart thing to do. And with these slow torpedoes in short range, if he's sailing away from me, there's no chance that I'm going to be able to hit him. But by watching Twist and Track here, and that's the only reason I knew what this guy was doing, because, you know, he should have sailed away, but Twist and Track shows me that he's actually coming back around to the left. So we come up behind the island, and we're going to get a torp strike ready for this guy. And again, just watching that indicator at the top shows us exactly where he's at. It's the only other ship in the game, so without a line of sight, I know where he's going, I know how fast he's going, and we are going to take our sweet time, line up this shot, make sure they hit. I don't want to wait through another torp cycle reload. There's a chance that our getting greedy here, there's a chance that our teammates will kill him, and I want the Kraken. So we go ahead and back up here. We line up one in front, and then just in case he slams it in reverse, we take our time and line up one a little farther back. And just for good measure, we pop off a couple shots hoping to get a fire. We waited a little too long and he pops us pretty good there. But it is too late. That's game over. Get our high caliber and our Kraken. And again, shout out to my teammates for being so awesome. That was a great game. If you guys like what we're doing, leave a comment below and a like to the video. And please subscribe to the channel. Lots more World of Warships coming. All right, see ya.